I'm gonna need a show of hands here. If you're sick and tired of crappy drum mixes at your shows, or you're sick and tired of sending smoke signals to the sound guy all night, trying to get his attention while you're playing, stick around and watch this video, because it's gonna change your life. So of the hundreds of shows that I've played over the last 15 or 20 years or so, I could probably count on two hands with two fingers missing the amount of shows that I've had where the mix, my drum mix and my mix overall was perfect. At best, I've settled for just okay. You know what I mean? Just to get through the night. So my sort of personal monitor setup, I guess, has evolved from just having a wedge on the floor to carrying a little sub mixer that I could just plug the lead into so that I could at least have control over my own volume, to my current beast mode of a setup, which is what I'm going to show you today. I want to give a shout out to my friend Andrew at SWEETWATER. He turned me on to his setup with the band that he's playing with down there. And last year, you know, when I got involved with the current show that I'm quite busy with, called Classic Troubadours Live, I decided I was just going to make the investment and put this rig together for myself. And I tell you something, after I did, it was life-changing. So in this video, I'm going to take you through a full walkthrough of my setup. I'm going to show you each of the components that I use in it and how the whole thing is put together and hooked up and stuff. And then you can sort of make the decision yourself whether or not you want to throw together one of these rigs for yourself. This is the ultimate luxury inner setup that you can travel around with in your band. Once you see what's going on here, I guarantee you, you're going to want to do this. So the first and most significant part of this ultimate in-ear setup is this thing right here. So it looks like this. Let's open it up. And there we go. So this is a 16-channel splitter. So on the front, we have 16 inputs. This unit's not powered. That's the front. And on the back, what we have, take this thing off here. On the back, we have two 15-foot, 16-channel tails, just like this, right? There's one on this side, one on this side. They're identical. Now, what this allows me to do, okay, is to take the 16 inputs that are on the front of this box and split it. So one end goes to me and the other end goes to the stage box. Now let's go to the stage and I'll show you how this is hooked up. Once the splitter is positioned on the stage, they can start plugging everything in. So everything gets plugged in to the front of my splitter. So my full kit, the guitars, the bass, keys, all the vocals, everything gets plugged into the front of the splitter. And then one tail, like I said, goes to the stage box. And then I get the other end. So this leads to the second critical part of your inner setup. You need a digital mixer. Now I'm going to suggest that it's digital for a couple of reasons that we'll get into later. But this is what I'm rocking. This is the new Yamaha DM3. It sits right beside me on the stage on my floor tom case, and now I have direct access to the full entire mix in my ears right on stage. And I tell you something, once you've experienced that luxury, it's hard to live without it. Now I just need to follow this up and mention that you can't just show up to the venue with one of these unannounced, all right? So a few days ahead of time, what we do is we send the venue our stage plot so they know that this is coming, because this will affect everything that they do over there. They might already have everything patched in. So if they know that we're bringing a splitter, then they can allow for it at their venue and everything just goes nice and smooth. Now, to ensure that everything does go nice and smooth and to, you know, keep our sound people happy, because if they're happy, we're happy, right? So I'm pretty detailed. So I have everything on the front of my splitter specifically labeled, and the input sheet that we send them matches this. So all they really got to do is just follow the sheet, plug everything right in. So it's a relatively smooth process once you get everything down there. Now you can effectively make this happen with an analog mixer, save yourself a bunch of dough, but I'm suggesting a digital mixer for a few reasons. Number one, flexibility, crazy flexibility of your own mix. I got access here to full EQ, effects, compression if I want to, everything. So if I wanted to add, you know, a touch of reverb to the vocals, I can do that. Or if I wanted, you know, just throw a nice plate on the snare drum, it makes for a very pleasant night on stage. Now the second and even more practical reason to go with a digital mixer is for the rest of the band. Okay, now most of these digital mixers is going to come with an Ethernet port on the back of it. This is going to allow you to hook up a router, just a cheap router that you can get off of Amazon for whatever, 40 or 60 bucks or so. And what this will do is allow your band members to download the app. All of these mixers have an app that's designed for it. And this will allow all of your band members to control their own mix from their phone. So at the shows, I just hook up my router to this. I'm using an Apple Airport Express. And I just plop it down, boom, hook it up to the back of this. Band members connect, and there they go. I don't have to be the monitor guy all night. Now, a third reason to go with a digital mixer is now you have the option and the opportunity to record your shows. So most of these you'll be able to record straight to a USB stick. It'll either be a stereo mix or you can multi-track to like an SD card or something. And that's just a cool option, you know, for promo stuff. You can mix really good audio into your video. Now, there currently aren't a ton of compact digital mixers on the market. Okay, there's a lot of digital mixers, but not, you know, 16-channel compact ones like this. So there's the DM3 from Yamaha. There's a couple of new ones from Allen and Heath. I think it's the CQ18T and 12T, I think. And there's the older QSC Touch Mix, the same one that Dave Weckel's been using for the last 100 years. So there is a handful to choose from, but I do suggest, number one, going digital. Number two, at least 16 channels, at least. Because you want enough to mic your entire kit, and then you got enough extra inputs for the rest of your crew. And then the last thing you need, of course, is just a good pair of in-ears. I'm using the XVIVE U4. I love this thing. This is awesome. Just a little personal wireless pack. Comes with a transmitter and a receiver. I just stick my transmitter, boom, right into the back of this. This travels with me. I prefer to go wireless because I can get up, you know, from the kit, walk off stage, and I'm always connected. So you can either do something like that, or, you know, you can just get yourself a cable and plug straight in to the phone's jack on your mixer. So that's about the gist of my setup, just the 4 pieces. So there's a splitter box, digital mixer, wireless pack, and my in-ears. And I tell you something, once you've experienced the whole idea of having the entire mix on stage at your fingertips beside the kit, your life will be forever changed. So although I'm gonna highly recommend that you explore this option, I gotta give you a heads up, because it ain't cheap, all right? This is an investment. You're probably gonna be looking anywhere between 2,000, maybe 2,500, 2,800 bucks by the time you get everything added in there. Now the splitter box that I got is from Seismic Audio, and everything is kind of integrated. So all of the cabling is already included. If you have to put the whole thing together yourself, you're gonna need 2 single space 8-channel splitters, and you're gonna have to buy like 32 15-foot cables. And then you're gonna need some smart cable management, you know, to organize everything. And then you need the carrying case to carry it all around it. And then you're also going to want a nice hard case for your mixer once you get that. If you end up buying the QSC, that comes with a cool little case, so that's fine. But yeah, once you get everything you need in the package, it's going to add up. And you're also going to add a good, you know, 15 to 20 minutes to your setup time. But the question is this: is it worth it? Is all of that worth it? I took the time to put this video together and walk you through my setup just so that I can tell you, yes, 1000%, you'll have the best sound experience on stage once you invest in this setup. So that's it. That is a full walkthrough of my splitter rig. If you got any questions, just drop them in the comment section. Before you get up out of here, I just need to mention, warm weather is here. Summer is coming. You're gonna want one of these t-shirts. You don't wanna be out there looking stupid. One good way to avoid looking stupid is to grab one of my t-shirts. There's a link in the description box. I got a whole merch shop full of the coolest t-shirts for drummers. I got t-shirts, hoodies, snapbacks, all kinds of stuff. Do me a solid, after you leave here, head over to the shop, pick out something you like, and grab 3 of them. Every time you pick up a piece of merch, you're supporting the channel, so it's highly appreciated. Thanks for watching this video. Go ahead and share it if you dig it. Like, subscribe. See you next video.